Gamers, we're back with more information, this time about Byzantines. And oh boy, I told you guys, for Byzantines you need to have PhD in order to play it, and you're about to see why. The Byzantines are a new civilization available with the Sultan's Ascent. The Byzantines come equipped with 3 unique aspects: an aqueduct network, access to mercenaries, a powerful Greek fire. The civilization constructs sprawling aqueducts network that boosts the productivity of their empire and aids in the generation of olive oil, a unique 5th resource used to hire mercenaries. From a militaristic standpoint, the Byzantines have capable command over the battlefield, pairing a broad roster of units and mercenaries with powerful Greek fire that can have lasting effects on an impacted area. The Byzantines are wild, okay? Wild. In Age of Empires 4, the civilization of the Byzantines covers roughly 9th to 15th century. The Eastern Roman Empire, now commonly called as Byzantine Empire, was created in an administrative split with the Western Roman Empire. Yada 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 yada. Whatever. Give us the good stuff. The Byzantines bolstered their forces by using olive oil, a 5th resource unique to this civilization, to hire a vast array of mercenary forces. The civilization gains access to olive oil over time by gathering from the unique olive grove that replaces the standard farm. That's right, boys. English can gather gold in Imperial, and Byzantines will be getting food and olive oil from their farms, which are the olive groves. With access to such a broad roster of units and mercenaries, the Byzantine highly varied army is capable of adapting to whatever they encounter. Additionally, network of aqueducts and cisterns provide, almost said sisters, provide water to all corners of the Byzantine Empire, providing a variety of enhancements to all nearby villagers and buildings. As more cisterns are connected, the water level increases, improving their effectiveness, and you need to have a PhD to play this civilization. Engulf your opponent in fire and flame by spreading Greek fire with trebuchets, dromons, and chirosyphons. First invented by the Byzantines in 672, was a handheld Greek fire projector used to great effect on both water and land, creating lasting patches of sticking, burning ground wherever it landed. Yes, do you guys remember when we looked at the screenshots a long time ago on Steam and there was fire on the ground? And I said, maybe there's gonna be fire mechanic in the game, and people are like, no, that's probably just campaign. Turns out there is fire in the game. Now let's look at the units. Cataphract, completely enclosed in scale armor and equipped with a powerful lance. The Cataphract replaces the knight at a higher cost. Groups of Cataphracts are capable of a devastating charge that tramples anything in their path. And I think they are the first knights with an ability. They are the first knights with an ability. Varangian Guard, Imperial bodyguards drawn from Northern Europe and beyond. Varangian Guards are powerful elite soldiers. By sewing their shields and swapping it for great two-handed axe, the Varangian Guard trade armor for a significantly increased burst of damage with their berserking ability. And Varangian Guards are their version of men-at-arms, by the way. So their Varangian Guards also have an ability. I can't remember exactly how berserking works, but I think you lose, like, I can't remember, but I think you lose all armor and you gain like either attack speed or damage, something like that. So it's kind of wild. Chirosyphon. It's a ram, okay? As a replacement to the ram, the chiropractor sprays jets of Greek fire. These flames remain over time, leaving burning ground that deals damage to anything caught in a blaze. Okay, so do you guys know that screenshot where it looks like the rams are attacking and there's fire coming out of them, yeah, that's what they do. So basically, if these rams, the chiropractors, if they attack a building, they cannot attack units. But if they attack a building, it's like sprays of fire going at it. But if you put units inside, it deals, or in front of it, it deals a lot of damage. Okay? A lot of damage. So, yeah. And then last we got Limitane, which are their version of Spearmen, by the way. I know you guys can't see. Engage the shield wall with the Byzantine Spearman replacement, the Limitane. While active, the shield wall drastically reduces incoming range damage at a cost of movement, speed, and attack. If you guys played Warcraft 3, do you guys know what the footmen do? When they have the brace ability, where they walk slower? That's what this ability is. So, the Byzantines, again, you require PhD to play them. Their knights have an ability, their men-at-arms have an ability, and their spearmen have an ability. So basically, their spearmen are potentially going to be the best in the game, because the spearman counter is obviously an archer, and if you can use the shield wall, or whatever it's called, it is shield wall, then you take reduced damage, so then suddenly the trades are not that bad. So, yeah. The Byzantine through the ages. In age 1, the Byzantines can establish the first cistern and the start of a future aqueduct network. Villagers gain a gathering bonus when within the range of the cisterns, and building within influence can benefit from a variety of different enhancements. This thing needs a nerf from what I've seen in when I've played it like 2 months ago. It's probably got the nerfed, but this thing gives so many things. So many things. It's absolutely insane. From military to economic to upgrades to gathering rates. Not all at once. Age 2. The Grand Winery creates the opportunity in Age 2 to recruit mercenaries and provides an olive oil production boost to villagers gathering nearby. This age also brings with it the opportunity to quickly produce cavalry units via the Imperial Hippodrome. Now, the landmark choices, by the way, or the landmarks for Byzantines are wild as fuck. So, I'll give you a little bit of an insight from what I've played. I actually played Byzantines the least when I got the chance to test these civs. Because they seemed so complicated, I was like, I'm not going to have time to figure it out. But the Grand Winery is a landmark that you will be going for. It does more than what it says, by the way. A lot of these things do more than they say. All of them, they do more than they say, so I can't tell you guys everything. But the Grand Winery landmark will basically be a landmark that you go if you're going for the mercenary build, or if you're going for the normal build, you will be going for the second landmark. So the Grand Winery boosts the olive gathering rate around the landmark, if I remember correctly. So look at it like a chapel, but you get more oil, olive oil production or gathering, whatever you want to call it. So then you can have more mercenaries hired. And mercenaries, by the way, cost only olive oil. So that's why it's a 5th resource only available to Byzantines. And yes, I have played against people in the 2 months ago that were going pure mercenary build. Like, I would say 70% of their army was just mercenary units. And mercenary units, I mean, you can kind of deduct what they are based on the screenshots you've seen in the past on the Byzantines stuff. So you can go, like, you've seen Keshiks and like I think like Gulams and longbows in the screenshots. So you can go for like Keshik longbow unit comp with Byzantines. Or not Keshik longbow, Gulam longbow, sorry. So yeah. Now the second landmark is Hippodrome, which think of it like a French landmark. right? You can produce horsemen. It's basically like a stable, but it gives your horsemen an ability. That's all I can say. That you can only access through this landmark, and that ability is very strong. Very, very strong. Next. Age 3. In Age 3, the Byzantines choose between the Golden Horn Tower or the Cistern of the First Hill. The former allows the civilization to automatically recruit mercenaries at no cost. Think of it like a military school, but it recruits mercenaries in waves. Whereas the latter provides a powerful healing effect via the Pilgrim Flask technology. Alright. Age 4. Age 4 comes with the option of either producing siege engines from across the known world with the aid of foreign engineering company, or strengthening and training additional units from the core Byzantine roster from the Palatine School. Those are Nest of Bees. And it's not just Nest of Bees. Yeah, so basically one of the landmarks will allow you to produce siege engines from across the known world, and the other one will allow you to train additional units from the core Byzantine roster from a Palatine School. Yeah, so there it is. What I can tell you about Byzantines, by the way, is that it's a very, very unique civ. And this is what I always said for AOE4. What I want is I want unique shit. I don't care if it's fucking Spain or this country or that country. I don't give a fuck. Or civilization. I just want them to be unique. And Byzantines are very, very unique, okay? They have, again, unique knights, unique spearmen, unique men-at-arms. They all have abilities. There's a new macro mechanic in the cisterns and aqueducts. There's a new macro mechanic in the 5th resource. There's a new mechanic with the mercenaries. I'm not going to lie. You know how every civ is a 1 out of 3, 2 out of 3, and 3 out of 3? I would say Byzantines are 4 out of 3 difficulty. I haven't gotten the chance to play with them too much, but they have a lot of stuff going on. Now, I will say these aqueducts or cisterns, right here that you see, you cannot build an infinite amount. So you have to be very careful with this is the most city planning civ in the game right now, okay? The water, right? Cistern and the aqueducts will be very, very important part of this civ, okay? You cannot just throw them randomly. You have to plan in advance how you're going to build your base. Think of like Ottoman, how you have to plan where you're going to put your military schools and your blacksmith. Byzantines is that, but with economy and production buildings and upgrade buildings. All in one. Now, I want to tell you something really, really cool. That, I mean, technically you guys don't know, but it's not like I'm leaking some insanely secret information. So obviously, cisterns and aqueducts need to be connected, right? You can see they're connected from here to there. And once they're connected, like it says earlier, there are like levels of water. And the more water you have, the more bonuses you have. Now, the cool thing is, you see this thing right here? You can drag it through the farms. You can drag it through buildings and it will not be blocked, okay? So the devs have made it so if I take a mouse right here, I can just drag all the way here and it's gonna build over houses, it's gonna build over farms, and it's not going to interact with your buildings, as in you can't build there, right? Which is really good, because when I saw this, I was like, Oh, that's gonna fucking suck, because like how's this gonna interact with like you're gonna have to like navigate through your base and shit. So if you have like farms like this, you can just go straight through the farms, which is really cool. Can you build under it when it's already there? You can build farms, so you can technically put a mill right here, and put farms around it. You can build, yes. Yeah. This looks like a stone greedy civ. This civ does require a stone to build certain things, but this civ also has a way of getting stone. Also a way that we haven't had before. So again, they like everything they have is very unique. So yeah, and by the way, the Byzantine civ is very unique, very wild, but trust me, the Japanese civ is equally, if not more unique. So, which I'm very happy about. I don't know about balance, like it's hard to navigate balance. I'm sure the devs have changed a lot of balance stuff since I last played these civs, and I'm sure they're going to be balanced in the end. But I am very happy that the new civs, like not the variant, but the new civs are so fucking unique. Japanese also has unique mechanics, unique economic mechanics, unique units, unique new stuff that we don't have in the game yet. So I am super excited, and I'm super excited for you guys to actually see this civs and see all their abilities and how they work actually, because like I said, a lot of the landmark stuff that they showed, it doesn't paint the full picture. All the landmarks have something extra to it. So there's also more mechanics with the mercenaries that involve map interaction. Let me just say that. Japanese is easier to play than Byzantines. Yeah, it's definitely easier. I will say though, I can't really like, you know, pinpoint like, okay, this civ is this out of 3 on difficulty rating, this civ is 3 or 2 or whatever. But there are, I would say, 1 or 2 civs that are probably 1 star. There are, you know, there's Byzantines that is probably the hardest civ, and then there's like civs that are 2 or 3 ratings. So there's like a between variants and new civs, like brand new civs, Byzantine, Japanese. There's definitely a civ for everyone, I think. China or Byzantine? Which one is harder? Oh, Byzantine for sure. If you build aqueduct on top of a building, does it look visually ugly? No, it doesn't. So you know why? So if you plant down the house, right, right here, for example, if you build aqueduct, right, it goes from like 1 pillar is here, 1 pillar is here, then 1 pillar is here. Do you know what I mean? So the pillars go like this. By the way, there's one thing that I'm super excited about that has not been revealed yet at all. That I wish I can tell you guys. But there's one mechanic in the game that is very, very exciting. All right, but that's it, boys, regarding the Byzantines. I'm super excited. We will have more news very soon, I hope, because we did miss news. What are you doing?
I'm excited. Oh, sorry.
Because we did miss news last week. So, yeah, that's it. If you're watching this on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. Appreciate it. What are you?
I'm just pogging. I'm
Marika's like...
No, but I'm outside the camera.
No, I know, but I don't know that you're looking.
I'm like...
If you're watching on YouTube, thanks so much for watching. I'm super excited again for you guys to play these civs, and I'm super excited to show you guys more information the moment it is out. Twitch gamers, let's keep going.